word is positosis. The definition: positosis is the next level up from it's all good. Positosis is the new word, the fresh lingo for positivity, an outlook on life that gets you and helps you to focus on the positive first. If you're listening to this podcast, shout out, thank you. That means you're a positosis player. And positosis players don't just survive. We thrive with the positosis mindset that says we good, even if it's not all good. And when and if it gets all janky, we get on up into the jet stream of positosis and fly above the radar, floating like a butterfly, rising to the top, raining good vibes, good positive vibes on the people. That's a positosis player. Welcome to the Positosis Club. Positosis is a skill. It's a skill that you can develop that will show up in your life over and over again. It'll show up, positosis, the skill of positosis will show up on an hourly basis, on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, even by the decade. It will show up in your life over and over again. And here's the cool part. Positosis is a lifestyle. It's a choice. It's not something that you have to go out and purchase. It's yours. It's yours for the taking. And most deaf, the skill of positosis will be instrumental in keeping your flow, your positive flow, flowing forward. Yo, what's up? I am your host, Dr. Feel Good, a.k.a. Chris Toledo, ambassador of Aloha for the TPP, the Positosis Podcast. Today's episode is titled, A Shift in Confidence Changes Everything. I love that title. Let me say it again. Today's episode, Season 1, Episode number 3, A Shift in Confidence Changes Everything. I want that to sink in just for a quick second. A shift in confidence changes everything. Have you ever noticed that? You're doing something. Let's just say you're playing basketball and you shoot your first shot and boom, it goes in. Ah, nice, awesome. The ball comes back to you. You shoot another shot. You're hoping it goes in. Wham, swish. Nothing but net. Okay, ball gets thrown back to you. You're starting to, something inside you're starting to change. You shoot the ball. Boom, nothing but the bottom of the net. Swish again. And so, things are really starting to change inside. Just how you're perceiving everything. Your confidence is starting to shift. And so when you get the ball for the fourth time and you go to shoot the ball, there's no doubt in your mind. You know that ball's going to go in the hoop. You know it, like you feel it. And what has happened is you've had a shift in confidence. And so that shift in confidence relaxes you enough. It gets you more focused on the positive. It gets you more focused on the task at hand. It gets you to be more present, to be more mindful. Shift in confidence changes everything. Every episode that we also have what's called a mantra tatancha. A mantra tatancha is the same as what I call a stuck in your head. I imagine everybody out there listening, shout out to everybody tuning in today. I appreciate every one of you. I imagine every one of you out there have had a moment or several times, more than several times, where for some reason, for one reason or another, a song gets stuck in your head. And it might not always be like your favorite song. Maybe you listened to it in the radio in somebody's car. Maybe it accidentally caught onto your playlist, or you saw it came on a commercial on television, whatever, however, but a song will get stuck in your head all day long. That song will just be on repeat in your head, and you're like, man, I got this song stuck in my head. So a mantra tatancha is the same thing. It's the same thing as a stuck in your head. A mantra tatancha is a way to get you to be focused on that thing that we're talking about today, what the mantra for today is. So mantra tatancha to me is kind of funny. I think that's a cool way to say it. Mantra tatancha. And today's mantra tatancha is when I step, I strut. Today's mantra tatancha is when I step, I strut. And so what that means to me is when I'm walking, when I'm just walking from here to there, I'm going to go ahead and throw a little strut in it. Even if that strut is just really good body language, just really good posture. And walking, you know how it is. Sometimes you look over there, and you see some people walking, and maybe they look a little bit nervous or unbalanced. And then other people, they're walking, they just have that aura about them. And they're projecting that sense of confidence. So today's mantra tatancha, when you step, you strut. Get your stroll on, baby. Get your stroll on. Used in a sentence. My positosis mindset gets me into the positive flow of life. My positosis mindset gets me into the game and into the positive flow of life. We, the positosis players, radiate those good vibes. We put it out there. We keep it 100. When others be talking noise, getting out of their game, losing their rhythm, becoming impatient, we focus first on positosis. When we see others falling apart, we still remain, our focus still stays on thinking about the positosis, thinking about the positive first. And through osmosis, we help others turn everything into something super dope, super fresh. They're watching how we are handling our business. They are watching how we are managing the skill of positosis. They are watching how we are manifesting that positosis mindset. Beyond any doubt, positosis is the mostest baby. The TPP, the Positosis Podcast, also has the jams, has some really good jams. So it's about time. Let me kick something on here for you real quick. So go ahead and relax yourself. We are going to take a little break. Okay. Yeah, that got me. That definitely got me. I just needed to make a little adjustment right here. So yeah, thank you. Shout out to Metroverse. Metroverse putting down the tracks. Metroverse, world-class music producer, putting out the jams that you are jamming to right here on the Positosis Podcast. Love you, Metroverse. Love you, boy. So what is the Positosis Podcast? What is it going to do? How can it help? Can it help? How can it help you? Can it help you? The Positosis Podcast is going to help you work on skills that are going to show up in your life for decades. Once again, the Positosis Podcast is going to help you work on your positosis skills. The skill of being positive. The skill of being able to see things in a positive way. You might be a janitor. You might be a professional athlete. You might be a barista. You may even be the leader of the marching band. Whatever you are in this lifetime, positosis, P-O-S, ITOSIS. Focusing your energy and attention to the positive first is super simple and will pay off. Get paid, baby. It will pay off. So what time is it? It's payday, Positosis players. It's payday. So today's practical application to help you build your Positosis mindset. Here's how you're going to practice. And the cool thing about Positosis is I also consider Positosis a sport. And the cool thing about sports, it doesn't matter what sport it is. Everybody's got their own favorite. But the cool thing about sports is that with practice, you get better. That's how you do it. That's the greatest part to me about sports. Yes, it's great to see high-level professional athletes performing in their respective sports at a really world-class high level, and us as the fans, we get to appreciate and we get to be a part of this beautiful physical expression that professional athletes give to us. It's really, really cool. So, and the cool thing about the sports thing is that anybody that joins any sport, if you put in the time, if you practice and you have really good fundamentals, you're going to get better. You are going to improve, and Positosis is the same way. The skill of Positosis is the same way. We got to work on it. We have to practice. So today, or let's just say for the next 24 hours, whatever time it is right now, go ahead and peep your watch. Find out what time it is from right now till 24 hours. Here's what your practical application is, what your practice is going to look like. Your practice is going to be about being on alert, be on a high alert, and paying attention to every opportunity that you get to exercise a random act of kindness on anybody. It could be friends, it could be family, it could be colleagues, it could be a complete stranger. Anybody is eligible for your random act of kindness. We are doing this so that we can heighten our attention on those opportunities that come up all day long, every day, once you start tuning into these opportunities. So this is a way to start building our Positosis mindset. And as every time that we exercise a random act of kindness, we're having another success. And the name of our show today is A Shift in Confidence Changes Everything. And with every success is another confidence booster. And so this is how we're going to start shifting our confidence and working on our Positosis mindset at the same time. Let me give you an example. Today, I started my day as I do every single day. I go to the aquatic center and I swim. The place opens at 5 o'clock. And so I always get there about 4:45. There's usually a pretty long line there. So I show up at 4:45 a.m. and there's always a line. And then by the time 5 o'clock comes around, there's a really long line for people to get in. And so as soon as the person that's doing the opening that day opens and unlocks the door for the clients to start walking in, I rush to the front of the line, I grab the door, and I hold the door open for everybody. Sometimes there's 8 people in the line. Sometimes there's 20. Sometimes there's 40. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't even matter if I'm in a hurry. That's the cool part about it. It's a random act of kindness. And what I notice that it does for me is as I'm holding the door open, most people are really grateful that something is being done for them. They're being the recipient of a random act of kindness. And oftentimes they'll say something really nice. Hey, thank you so much. And even just as impactful as you could just feel that sense of gratitude. And so every single day, by exercising and starting my day with a random act of kindness, I feel like I'm getting all these good vibes of Positosis people are passing to me. Those are gifts. And I'm taking them in, so I'm getting my energetic thing together for the day. And once I do that, once you get yourself set in motion to do random acts of kindness, it's going to be so cool for you to see that really